I fell in love with this airplane the moment I saw it. The moment I flew it was a pretty magical, special experience, and I said, we've got to have this airplane. This is going to be the ultimate vintage airline charter machine on the planet. We have a 1957 Beech E18S, 9,600 pounds of more fun than you can possibly stand. It's like the Indiana Jones of flying. 900 horsepower of Pratt & Whitney, sound and fury, room for 8 people and absolute luxury, and cruising on the coastline at 1,000 feet doing 150 knots. It's as good as it gets. This one's particularly special because somebody took the trouble to spend $500,000 getting it right. And I looked at the interior and I go, you're kidding me, right? I mean, it's over the top with got the burl wood table that comes out, the club seating with the epic seats in it that really recline. You can carry 400 pounds of cargo and 6 people really comfortably. And the look of it is actually cooler. I love the twin tails. It really captures the essence of that Art Deco Lockheed 12 look, but more comfortable and more usable and more luxurious.
Beech 90 Tango Tango, Chino Tower, wind 310 at 5, runway 26 left, cleared for takeoff. 26 left, cleared for takeoff, Twin Beech 0 Tango Tango.
When you fly the Beech, it's like driving a train. I don't know why I think of it like that, it's just funny, but it's got aileron trim, it's got rudder trim, it's got an elevator trim, and I do it all manually, and I just love tweaking it and tuning it and making it fly perfectly. That's the art of flying a Beech 18, and once you fly it, you'll never forget it. It's very responsive and it's easy to trim out completely, and a lot of airplanes don't do that, and that's part of the magic of flying a Beech. The Beech 18 mission with Blackstone Airways, I'm happy just flying it around downtown LA at sunset. Fly over past the Hollywood sign and Griffith Park and over Hollywood Hills. My favorite missions are going out of town. I would like to go out to Catalina a lot. We bring people out to Catalina to do hiking. They'll fly out there, drop them off, and then they can hike for the weekend. So when you have a plane like this, load it up with 4 of your buddies, put 400 pounds of your gear that you need to have an amazing, adventurous weekend, and go. Not too many guys get a chance to spend 40 years hanging out with their dad. I learned to fly in the pits, and then I got my license in a Marchetti, and 3,000 hours later, I'm flying jets for American Airlines, and then I'm his co-pilot. I get hired at the same airline, and we're flying 767s together in the first year. Blackstone Airways is basically a subdivision of Sky Thrills, which is kind of a sister company to my dad's company, which is Air Combat USA, and that is really how this all happened and how it all got going is Air Combat. He did the Air Combat aspect, which is an amazing experience, call it fighter pilot for a day. And then Sky Thrills is about aerobatics and flips and tricks and flying in the open cockpit and the wind and the fabric and all that cool stuff. The Beech 18 is just a follow-on to that, which is, let's go somewhere now. We did that for a decade. He retired when he was 60 years old. He didn't want to give up the airline gig. He loved the airline gig, and I knew he would love to be back in the left seat of an airliner and doing flights to places and drop people off and do his Jimmy Stewart impression and all that. So that was my gift to him. That was on Father's Day, 2014. The guy that sold us the airplane, he says, you know what, this is kind of a unique experience. You know, you're gonna fly across the country in a Beech 18 with your dad. You'll never forget this. And I thought, yeah, you know, you're right. You probably won't. Took a delivery of an airline. How cool is that? Little did I know that 6 months later he was going to be diagnosed, you know, with cancer, and he fought bravely. He did a really great job, and he lost. I'm taking the next 20 years to something that he would have been really proud of, which is make a flying business around the Blackstone Airways name and give my dad a legacy that we both can be proud of.